Good evening, everyone. This is Willie Diefenbach-Jones, and this is the Send Out Cards opportunity meeting on Wednesday night, which is October 19th. I'm super excited that you joined us tonight. What I'm going to share with you could change your life, not only financially, but emotionally and in an intelligent place. So let me just start by introducing myself. And I am Willie Diefenbach-Jones. And just to tell you a little bit about my background, I was in corporate America for 20 plus years. My background is I'm an accountant and statistician by education and by work experience. I really liked the money I made in corporate America, and I really liked being able to help people to develop them. I worked with a lot of entry-level graduates out of college and helped them to get their career going and help them to set where they want to go with their business. But you know what I didn't like about corporate America was my son. I'm a widowed mom, and my kiddo played baseball, and he was in high school, and he played baseball in high school. Well, if you know anything about high school baseball, it could be 2 o'clock on Tuesday, 3 o'clock on Wednesday, and on Thursday, it might be at 4 o'clock, but it might be contingent on whether it rains or loses. And I missed a lot of games. What I really didn't like about that is the games you always missed were the game where your kid did the grand slam or your kid did, they got double outs or whatever, and I'd get the text message, and I was a parent thinking, oh, I wish I were there. But I came across Send Out Cards at a networking event, and I looked at the system, and I said, this system is brilliant, that you can send a card from your smartphone and you can include a picture. I couldn't think of anything more brilliant than that. I jumped right on board as a customer, and I was in the business about a week, or using the system about a week, and I dug into the business opportunity. And my personal life mission is to make a difference in the lives of others. I really want to add value to your life. And when I looked at Send Out Cards mission, the number one mission is to allow people to act on their promptings, i.e. reach out in kindness. And you may think about that card in the mail that you send. That might be the only nice thing that happens to that person that day. But then the second thing was to provide freedom, financial freedom to those in the business. And when I read that, I knew I was in, because I knew Send Out Cards mission was in line with my mission, and I've been in the company about 5 years, and I absolutely love it. But it's enough about me. You didn't come here to learn about me. I want to introduce my guest tonight, Kelly. And Kelly, I'm going to do a really formal introduction in just a few minutes. But Kelly, do you want to say hi to everyone?
Yeah, hello everybody, and thank you so much for having me on the call tonight.
We're super excited to hear your story, Kelly, and I really appreciate that you took time out of your crazy busy schedule to join us. As I mentioned a little bit earlier, this call could change your life. And I'm going to share a bit about Send Out Cards and how it works, and we have some new features. I'll share those as well. So we were founded in 2003 by Cody Bateman, who is our CEO and founder. Our international headquarters is in Salt Lake City, Utah, and we're a member of the DSA. The DSA is the Direct Selling Association. And that means we adhere to the highest of standards. What Cody set out to do is eliminate the inefficiencies in the greeting card business, kind of like Amazon did to books, or Netflix to movies, or iTunes to music. Think about this. It used to be, if somebody told you about a really good book, you'd have to go to the store, and if you're like me, you'd have to walk all around the store, and an hour later you'd get out of the store because it took you forever to find the book, and then you drive home, and then you would start to read the book. Now you could just go online, you can order a book, you can download it to your smartphone, and you could read it right then and there. We eliminated those inefficiencies. It's the same as how Netflix changed how you read movies. Many of us remember the days when you drive down to the local movie store to get a video, and you'd get there and the one you wanted on a Friday night was not there. You couldn't rent it and you had to rent something else, and then you forgot all about watching it because it really wasn't what you wanted, and then by the time you realized that, you had a late charge. Very, very inefficient and very frustrating. And think about iTunes. When's the last time you went to a record store? I mean, people don't even know what records are anymore. Now you hear a song and you can download it at a stoplight. It's very, very convenient. And Cody looked at the send out cards business very much in the same way. Instead of having all the inefficiencies and overhead, let's make send out cards the most efficient, smartest thing you can do. So we all know that we live in a very digital world. The largest taxi company owns no taxis, Uber. The largest telecom company owns no lines, Skype. The largest media company creates no content, Facebook. Excuse me, the largest movie house owns no cinemas, Netflix. The largest software vendors do not create the apps, Apple, Google. And the largest greeting card and gift company soon to be has no stores. Send out cards. Think about that. If you could get in early on a revolution that changes how we do greeting cards and gifts. But let me tell you a little bit. Send out cards is all about relationships. We have the best relationship building program in the world. We've already created more than 140 million greeting cards, and we have 5 million gifts over the past 12 years, and we're absolutely growing from there. So you may ask the question, how does this work? We have over 16,000 cards in our card catalog, or you could custom create a card. And even with the cards that we have created, you can add your pictures, your logos, etc. So you can go from your desktop or from your smartphone, and you can use both an iOS or an Android, and you can create a card. Now think about your smartphone and all the different things you can do on your smartphones. You could pay bills, you could watch movies, you could take pictures, all kinds of things. And now with the Send Out Cards app, you can even do business. So in your current business, you could use Send Out Cards to make more money because you build better relationships, or you may even think about using Send Out Cards to build a Send Out Cards business. There's multiple ways to do it, but you could do business. So you could use this, like if you were in real estate, you could send a thank you note, you could send a happy birthday note, you could send a thank you note, or happy thinking about you type note, all kinds of things. So you're doing business with your smartphone. Now I want to talk for a couple minutes about the first impressions kit. We only have one chance to make a first impression. And you can be the same old as everybody else. You could send a text message. You could follow up maybe with an email. But you also might think about sending a greeting card that really makes a wow first impression. I always say, why be ordinary when you could be extraordinary? These cards are top of the line. They're created with the inside already written, and then you can customize it. They come in the black satin and the white pearl. We have 3 cards on the black and 3 cards on of the white. Now, let me just show you how this works. You go into your Send Out Cards app, and you click this little button down at the bottom, which is Campaigns, and it takes you into your campaigns. Now, a campaign is something that's pre-created, and you're going to click on the one you want to send. So for tonight, we're going to send the first impression white, new possibilities. So here we go, celebrating new possibilities. Now we swipe, and now we're on the inside left of the card. You could take a picture of the person that you want to send the card to, Or you could pull something off that you already have on your smartphone, or you could do something from the Send Out Cards library that you've uploaded. Think about this. Oftentimes, you go to a networking event, and how many times have you met like 4 or 5 or 6 people, and you're thinking about somebody, and you're like, I'm not exactly sure what that person looks like. Think about it. If you took a picture and you put your picture with that person on the card and you sent them a note. So here we go. We inserted our picture. It sizes it right. Here is, excuse me, the standard canned note, but you could customize it. And you could even add your own signature, as you can see Cody did in this card. So here he is. He wrote his message from his smartphone. And on the back of the card, you can customize this. Cody put his picture, and he just put Cody Bateman. Simple enough. Now think about, in less than a minute, you could create a card, and what a wow impression you could make. But let's keep going. Now you go into your contact manager, and you can select who do you want to send this card to. And from there, you click submit. And this card goes into production, and at midnight Eastern time, it will be pulled off production. It will be printed, stuffed, stamped, and it's in the first mail drop tomorrow morning. So think about, in a matter of a minute from a meeting, you could create a card and make a wow first impression. But you don't have to just use this for first impressions. You could customize these cards for follow-ups and other things that you have going. This is what the card looks like. When you look at the whole thing, you can see the celebrating new possibilities, the inside left, the message, and what the card looks like. And I mean, what a wow impression you're going to make. So how does this work, and what's pricing like? Send Out Cards pricing. This is our very best pricing. For a low $39 a month, you get 100 points. Just to think about how that works, that means a point costs 39 cents. A standard greeting card is 3 points. So if you took 3 times 39, it would be $1.17 plus postage. Postage is the standard postal rate. So whatever you'd pay if you drove down to the post office and bought a stamp is what you would pay in Send Out Cards. You can use your points to send cards and gifts. You can cancel at any time. So you could sign up today, you could cancel tomorrow. Your points are good for 18 months. We also have 2 other ways that you can come on as a customer. One is a retail, and another is a pay-as-you-go. Very few people sign up as a retail or pay-as-you-go, because why would you do that when you could get the best pricing of 39 cents a point and you can cancel at any time? But we do have those options. Now, let me tell you about the bundles. I like to call the bundles good, better, best. I'm going to start right in the middle with the marketing bundle. This is what most people come on with. You get the first impressions kit. And those were those white cards and black cards that I just showed you that had the campaigns in them that you could put the really cool picture in and you could send in just a matter of a minute. You get the training portal. And the training portal are case studies that show you how you could use Send Out Cards to build your business. So if you're in real estate, you could use it for that. If you're in insurance, there's examples. And even if you're in a field that there's not an example of case studies, you could look at something else and get some ideas. I had a friend go in here the other day, and she said, my business wasn't in there, but I looked at a lot of other things, and she came up with a lot of ideas. So you can take what other people have done and apply it to yourself. You get handwriting, so it has your own handwriting, and you get 4 signatures. You may ask, why do I want 4 signatures? Maybe I signed my name Willie. If I was sending a note to Kelly, I'd probably just say Willie. But if it was somebody I didn't know, I might say Willie Diefenbach-Jones. If I sent that to Kelly, she would be saying, why are you writing your last name? But you get 4 signatures. You get 200 bonus points. To think about how those points work, if you only sent cards, it would be 200 divided by 3, so you'd have 66 cards. But if you were going to send the brownies and the card, you would be able to send about 14 cards and brownies, and you get the upgraded memory vault. The $195 does not include the first impressions kit. It doesn't include handwriting, and you only get 100 points. And then the business bundle is really for those people that have multi-users in their business. So if you were in a business and you wanted to give several people an account, that would be what you would do. Now you want to get back with the person that invited you to be sure what bundle works best for you, but most of my customers do the marketing bundle. And you can use send out cards to make money. For adding a mere $50, you can become a distributor. And what this means is you can represent send out cards with your own greeting card and gift business, and you get to earn commissions and bonuses, and you receive compensation simply by sharing send out cards. It's a really, really easy way to get started. But you may be asking, can I really do this? I brought on my dear friend Kelly. Kelly is just an outstanding friend, and I feel so blessed and lucky to have her in my life. Kelly is no ordinary person. I could not put just a headshot on her because that doesn't represent who she is. Kelly is just a wow person. I saw this picture and I said it absolutely represents who she is. When you talk about somebody that wants to pull out your brilliance and tailor your communication to increase impact and influence and thereby income, she's the lady that's got it. She speaks with confidence. She speaks with impact. But Kelly's a very busy person. She runs a nonprofit that works with female veterans with post-traumatic stress disorder. She runs her own business that helps bring out your brilliance. But not only does she do that, she's building a multi-million-dollar send-out cards business, and she's really on the ground and running with that. She has 2 sons and a husband, so she has to keep up with all that. But prior to that, Kelly was in the military, and she spent 2 decades in the military. And Kelly, I was curious if you could unmute yourself and jump on here and share a little bit about your story and how you incorporate send-out cards.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I would love to. It's so cool to hear you talking, Willie, because it sounds like you've been doing this all your life. When the fact is, Willie may sound like she's been, in send-out cards forever, but we weren't born into send-out cards. None of us took our first breath as a distributor, and none of us cut our teeth on selfies and photo cards. And contrary to popular belief, our first words weren't Promptings Academy. I know we say it all the time, promptings, but that was not our first words. No, all of us were doing something else before send-out cards, something that took up all of our time and kept us too busy to notice what really mattered in the world. And it probably rhymed with twerking. So, however, those jobs, careers, multiple businesses that we kept starting and stopping, they did do us, a little favor. They gave us great excuses, wonderful excuses to get out of doing things we didn't want to do, like going to yet another neighborhood kid's birthday party. If I have to buy one more Lego Star Wars kit, I am going to have a meltdown. Okay, but I digress. We all are busy, all of us. I know just as you do that there is a lot to do out there. None of us thought that we could handle one more thing to do. And before I learned about send-out cards, I was a public affairs major working with a 4-star commanding general in Iraq, and my job was to share the Army story. I thought I was at the top of my game. I had a challenging career. I was just about to embark on my dream assignment. The general said, Kelly, I need you to go into Baghdad and meet with some of the top war correspondents in the world. Share the Army story and get them to spread the word about all the good things that we're doing here in Iraq. This was amazing. It was a pivotal moment in my career, and I knew that this was going to set me up right for life. So everything was just going great until a white van filled with explosives pulled up to that hotel just before my convoy did. And before we knew it, that van exploded. My life was nearly cut short, and many of the journalists that I was there to see that day did not survive. I spent the next 3 years learning to walk again. My therapist told me I needed to stay focused on a goal if I were ever going to be 100% again. So my goal was to sashay into a crowded room in my honey don't hurt 'em 6-inch red bottom heels. I mean, you know, a girl's got to have her priorities in order, right? So today, my once fractured spine is now titanium reinforced, and I am literally the $1 million woman because Uncle Sam, all the king's horses and all the king's men put Kelly back together again. But that wasn't the only miracle. I found my purpose in those months of therapy, and I learned that gratitude is not something you do, it's something you live. Every word that I write in a send-out card is out of gratitude for having the opportunity to write it. And as a result, I've been able to make a larger impact in my community with my nonprofit, Trauma to Triumph, and in many relationships with business owners and influencers. As a matter of fact, I got a call today from my banker who received one of my cards and a 2-pack of brownies, because those things are delicious. I love them. And he was so touched by my card that he is personally submitting an application to his corporate office to sponsor our upcoming Boots and Ball Gowns Gala. I get it. I'm busy, just like all of you. Send out cards is the smart way to grow your business. I call it gratitude marketing. It's the new way to multitask without going cray-cray because life is short. Serve others, send the cards, and buy some more shoes in that order. I'm so glad you had me here today, Willie. I'm excited. I'm excited about send out cards. Thank you so much.
Kelly, thank you so much for sharing that story. That is so incredible. I just absolutely love that passion, and I am so glad that you survived everything you went through. And I just want to take a personal minute here and thank you so much for serving us, our country. We so appreciate that.
Thanks for your support.
Yes. So you can see that Kelly, as a very busy person, can take this and just build her business, and you know, she's incorporated send out cards into her life. And I want to talk a little bit about how you make money with send out cards. And for one reason or another, my computer is stuck. It's not advancing. Here we go. So you can get started now. There's 4 types of people within send out cards. Number 1, we have customers. And a customer is somebody that says, I just want to send cards and gifts. So you can join for $39, that monthly subscription we talked about, and add a bundle if you choose. And we love our customers. Number 2, you can be a referral partner. And basically what a referral partner does is you're one that says, you know, I know a lot of people that could use these cards and gifts, but I don't have time to recruit them. And I really call this a get your money back type person. So you can refer us and make this a self-funded marketing program, i.e. send out cards by the people that you've recruited come on board, and it pays for your marketing program. Number 3, you can be that person that wants to make part-time income. And part-time income would be like you say, I want to make a car payment, or I want to pay for my kids' college. I don't want to go into debt on that. Or you could be a person like me that says, I choose to replace my current income. So there's 4 ways to get started. Now, let me just tell you a little bit about this. A little bit earlier, I talked about these 4 different bundles. And so your person, your customer or distributor could come on with one of these bundles. And what would happen would be these are your commissions. If you started with a marketing bundle, you could earn up to $335. If you only sold a personal bundle, you'd get half of that, so you could earn up to $167. And on a business bundle, you could make $670. So this is how this works. And then you get downline commissions on people that are under you that recruit people. So there's two ways to make this type of commission, but probably I like to call this your upfront commission. Because here at Send Out Cards, we get paid twice a week. So if you need money for the weekend, you can just go out and sell one of these bundles and you're going to get paid. But where our real income comes in is on the residual income that comes from your customers and your distributors' customers that use our services and send cards and gifts. So how does this work? If you recruited 3 people, and you taught those 3 people to recruit 3, who recruited 3, who recruited 3. If you went down 7 levels, you'd have 2,187 distributors or you would have over almost 3,000 people in your organization. A monthly commission is 2% up to level 6, and on level 7, it's 5%. I want you to think about, how big do I want my organization? And that's going to tell you how much you make. Now think about your residual income you make month after month after month. So it's really time for you to get back to the person that invited you tonight and get started now. Again, you can be a customer, you can be a referral partner, you can earn money just working part-time and make part-time income, or you could replace your current income and have this your full-time type of income. So get back with the person that invited you and go ahead and get started. Send Out Cards is poised for massive growth. We are going into international expansion, and millions will experience our Send Out Cards in the next few years. When you decide to join Send Out Cards, let me be the first to welcome you. I'm super excited, and thank you so much for participating tonight. I know you had a lot of things going on, and I appreciate that you spent your time with us. Kelly, thank you so much for your testimony. It was truly moving, and I really, really appreciate that you shared it and took time out of your schedule. Y'all have a great evening.